All right, guys. So for the past about 3 months or so, um, I've had the bed cover on the truck. I built this bed cover. I can't remember if I made a little video thing or not, or if I saved it, so I might not have the footage. So I'll kind of show you guys my bed cover I built. But anyway, been doing a fuel economy test on the truck. I've got a good, I think about 7 or 8 thousand miles of data now. And here's what I did with this thing. So basically, I got little 2x3 boards that run down the edge of the bed. See if you guys can. There's better lighting. Runs all the way down. Those are my clamps, those 2x6s. And then basically, this thing just sits right on there with about 3 inches of overlap or so. Let me jump up here. Flips up. It's pretty heavy. It probably weighs about 175 pounds, I want to say. But functionally, you know, if I put this down, that's what it looks like flipped up. You guys can kind of see my design. But anyway, I've been trying to do my own version of a test on fuel economy with this and see, does it work? Does it not work? Did I pick up anything? I've got every fill up from about 2,000 miles on the odometer. And right now, this truck has just over 20. I'll show you guys. And I've had, like I said, I think I've had the bed cover on since about 13,000 or so. 20,826. So should have a good bit of data. It's starting to warm up now, so I want to kind of figure out, okay, in the past little while, has my fuel economy been better average than when I didn't have the bed cover on? So I've got tons of data with the bed cover, tons of data without the bed cover. And I'll go ahead, I'm going to pull up my whole spreadsheet thing now. There's a block that we're going to ignore. That was my trip down to Florida that was pure towing. So we're going to ignore that because really that was the primary block of towing that I did with this truck a little bit, because I bought this truck basically right when the track season ended for my motorcycle hobby. So let's go ahead. We should have really good data, mostly unloaded, probably equal amounts of towing on the first part and the second part. So let's go ahead, let's figure it out. Let's see if a bed cover actually does get you some fuel economy. All right, guys, so what you can see here, this is my fuel economy sheet that I've had track of since the odometer has read 1,719 miles. And basically what I got here, got the odometer, got the miles driven according to the odometer. Then I run a 4% correction. If any of you guys have seen my other videos, I run Michelin 295 6520s. About 4% difference at about 70 miles an hour. I basically 85% of this truck's life is on the freeway. I got about 400-mile drive round trip for work. Then I got my top off, my MPG. So this correction divided by my top off for my fuel economy. And I got a rolling total on the mileage, a rolling total on the fuel. And that gives me my overall rolling total on the fuel economy over here. So here is this orange blob. This is my trip I did to Florida. This was all towing my trailer down there for our race weekend in Florida there. So we're going to completely ignore this because really what I'm trying to do is compare empty truck to empty truck. No, not towing anything, just bed cover versus no bed cover. And this is cheating because the truck had the bed cover on the whole time. I put the bed cover on literally like 2 days before this happened. I didn't drive at all. So we're going to ignore this data. We're going to take the mileage and fuel used here and the mileage and fuel used here. So they're both 5,000 miles, just about. As you can see here, we've got pre-bed cover. My total mileage from this block right here is 4,942. My fuel is 288.4 gallons, giving me a total average MPG of 17.135. Plus or minus, let's just say 1.5% or something like that. And relatively speaking, this weather was going from nice to crappy. This weather was going from crappy to kind of nice because this is just the end of April. So we're barely starting to have some nicer, warmer-ish weather. And as you could see here, miles driven, 4,989. Total fuel used was 260.2. And every time I fill this truck up, guys, I do a top off. So these are accurate numbers. That gives me a total MPG of 19.173. So basically, just a hair over 2 miles to the gallon. And I mean, whatever, take this as what it is for whatever you want to take it for. Take it with a grain of salt, whatever. I'm very, very confident in my accuracy and numbers tracking on this. I'm a nerd and I love my spreadsheets. So, yeah, that's pretty shocking. I did not think at all that it was going to be that good. All right, guys. So there you go. 2 miles to the gallon. Honestly, I didn't think it was anywhere near that. And kind of looking at the data, the average, my rolling average is really pulled down from that 2,100 mile drive down to Florida and whatnot. So to be honest, I'm shocked. I thought maybe at best you're getting 3/4 mile to the gallon. Now, of course, this still isn't perfect. Yes, there's a lot of data here, 5,000 miles of driving per plot of data with and without the bed cover. But we've got things like weather differences, wintertime diesel mixes. How long have I been running the wintertime fuel mixes, pre versus post? What was the weather like in that first 5,000 mile block? Was it 60 degrees, 50 degrees on average? Was it 35, 40 degrees on average? What for either one, whatever. So there can be, this is not perfect still, but it's so hard when somebody just goes out and they drive a 100-mile loop and then they fill up and then they put a bed cover on it and they do another 100-mile loop and that's all you get. I just don't see, that's okay, I guess, but I still think that 5, 10, 50,000 miles worth of data tells way better story. So hopefully this helps you guys. Maybe this will make you push you over the edge of getting a bed cover, because I know now I think I'm going to invest in a better bed cover, probably one that coils up in the front of the truck. You guys will see why for that. But yeah, totally shocked. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this is informational. This is something I would have loved to see, just better data, more data. I'm a numbers guy. This is my thing. So really happy to make this video for you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys. See ya.